Cub Scouts.
Decided, we hesitated.
Great to see you. The weather has changed on a dime here. It was snowing a week and a half ago, and it's 90 degrees today. You guys living? Healthy. It's fun here.
I may as well. Oh my God. Came on this way.
But that's the way it is.
I'm missing mine.
But Cub Scouting in April, we want it to be warm. Why? Because the boys are driving us crazy. Because they want to be outside. Because we can only do so many more crafts before they kill us. Right? Right. They need health and fitness. And the parents expect it. They expect us to bring their kids and take them outside and run them until they're tired and they go home and sleep. That's what they expect. But we're also teaching them something along the way. A boy is not a sitting down animal. If I have to tell you that and you don't know that, obviously you're new to the planet. Welcome! Because boys are inherent. They are just like vibrating in a chair. You can watch it. They got to be moving, 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 moving. It's like they've got some type of vibrating thing on them where they can't sit still. When it comes to eating right, exercising, I'll start tomorrow. Okay, that's mine. Woo! I didn't say it, but I live this. Yeah, I'll just start tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. I had Cheetos for breakfast this morning. Yeah, I'm really living health and fitness. Keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. The Boy Scout Oath. This is what we promise, and what the boys are promising too through what they say. Okay. Ultimately, it comes down to this. Scouting games are a form of physical education because boys need to be in motion. They need to have the activity. They need to have the energy burn off. They need to be doing things. But we need to salt it, to season it with lessons about character, leadership, teamwork. This is what we're doing. Theodore Roosevelt. You know what? I knew very little about Theodore Roosevelt about a year and a half ago. And I did a little bit of reading. Theodore Roosevelt, when he was born, was actually, his body was racked with numerous physical issues. He actually was, in the words of a lot of historians, weak in body, strong in mind, and they didn't actually anticipate he was going to live past his childhood. But about 9 or 10 years old, Theodore Roosevelt's father tells him this: you have the brains, but the brains aren't enough without the body. You need to work on it. Okay? And Theodore Roosevelt took that to heart and became what is known in the last 100 years as probably one of the paramount adventurers. He went everywhere. He did everything. He volunteered for a cavalry unit. He'd go hunting. It was just amazing. He would go out of his way to find ways to work on his body, to match his mind. He followed his father's advice. A lifetime adventure. This is what we've promised boys when they come to Cub Scouts. Adventure, right? They don't come to go sit in the classroom and learn like they do every day at school. They want activities with it. They want to go camping. They want to build fires. They want to poke sticks in the fire. They want to run around. They want to yell. They want to be loud. And we need to let them do it. Every time I show the vision, I'm not going to go over it, but it's important that you read the vision periodically. Know what the vision of the scouting is. If you don't know what the vision is, you don't know where you're going. The aims, character development, citizenship training, physical fitness. This is the physical fitness part. All right, so who's doing a round table for Cub Scouts? Raise your hand. Okay, you are coming up this time. Come on up. Let's see here. Come on up, one over there. And I'd like for you all to simply say what your name is, what unit you're from, and what position you are filling, there's the word, in your unit. Go ahead.
Hey, my name's Ken. I'm with PAC 965, and I am a Tiger Cub.
Tiger Cub. Oh, you got a long way to go. Sweet.
I'm Jen Fronte, 1484, and I'm a Tiger Cub.
Another Tiger Club. Yes.
I'm Pete Jones, 1148, and I'm a bear leader.
And he's been a Tiger Cub leader because I see the Tiger Cub knot. So he's earned his stripes, so to speak. Okay, so we're going to do a song. You guys are going to lead us in a song. And this song is to the tune of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Okay? Now, anybody can just sing, but you got to have props. So, wait a minute. Wait a minute, I got my props. See, I got my glove. Hold on, you guys need some props. You guys need some props. Hold on. Let's see, there's you a glove. Yep, should fit just fine. There's you one, because it's nice and colorful. And there's you one. Let's see, wait a minute. Oh, nope. Well, it's so small it really won't matter much. There's you a hat. I think here's you a hat. Hold on, I'll have mercy on you. There's you a hat. Okay, wait. That's not all. You gotta have bats. I do not recommend doing this with the boys. No bats. Bat for you. Bat for you. And bat for you. All right. Now, you all out there, you can't sing sitting down. Stand up. All right, everybody ready? You know the tune, right? Everybody knows the tune, right? Okay, just checking, because I can just see me going, no one knows the tune. This is going to be bad. Here we go.
Everybody know how to read.
Oh, no, I'm not going to worry about that part. Let's play sports with the Cub Scouts. Let's all learn some new games. We'll try some skating and volleyball, hiking, tennis, and even softball. And we'll jump for joy with gymnastics and bowl with our friends at the lanes. And we'll try golf, we'll fish, and we'll swim doing Cub Scout sports. In Cub Scouting, if you can't sing well, sing loud. That's what I do. No, thank you so much. Sure. You just have to wear up the entire meeting. Now, my children, as I take stuff in the house, going, what are you doing with our toys? Don't you worry about that. I'm going to go meet. Now, so why do you do the props? Why are the props important? Fun. It involves fun. And truthfully, if you're going to have the boys involved, their boys are going to be singing, but maybe you bring up a couple parents and you put something funny, a funny hat on them, or you put them a funny prop. Why? Because the parents are all stoic about, I'm just going to be the adult here. No. It's time to be a kid. And your son or daughter, wants to see you be a kid. They want to see it. They want to have fun and laugh, with you or at you, either way. But it's important. A lot of time when you put on a funny hat, or you do something else as a leader or as a parent, you can take on a funny persona, and that kind of thing allows you to relate more to the boy. Being there as an adult, just like their teacher that they just left, is not any fun. You're still responsible for their safety and everything. You're still teaching them things, but you can actually come down and be a kid and have a ball. The more fun you're having, the more fun they're having. All right, so if everyone please stand for the Cub Scout promise. I have it on the board because it is not a problem to have it up here. You don't have to have it memorized. It's about understanding the words and what you were promising. So, Cub Scout salute, 2 fingers all the way up. I, Brian Kale, promise to do my best, to do my duty to God and my country, to help other people, and to obey the law of the pack. Law of the pack? The Cub Scout follows the Kale. The Cub Scout helps the pack go. The pack helps the Cub Scout grow. The Cub Scout gives goodwill. 2, you may be seated. All right, health and fitness, one of the 12 core values of Cub Scouting. Okay? I often say that when I first started, I didn't know any of the 12 core values at all. But what I need to make sure is that you guys, whether you've memorized them or not, whether you've seen them a million times in my roundtables or not, that when you're putting together a program, you look at this list and go, which one of these am I working on? Which one of these am I highlighting? Hopefully more than one, but at least one. If you're doing something in your program that doesn't have at least one of these, you're wrong. Don't do it. It needs to have at least one. If you're working with older Cub Scouts, ask them, which one do you think we were working on? And see what they say. After 1 or 2 meetings, them picking the wrong one, maybe you need to think about how your program's going. But it's important to focus on that. It's also important to focus on how does this relate to Boy Scouts. Okay, this one's pretty easy. Health and fitness, clean. Clean as part of the 12 points of the Boy Scout law. We'll be moving to the Boy Scout law in 2015. Talking about this to your Tigers, why is it important? Because Cub Scouts is about preparation for Boy Scouts. Get them excited, make them start thinking, very soon I'll be a Boy Scout. It may not be next year, but it's coming. Have them be excited about it. Have them want to, talk about the things they can do as Boy Scouts. Give them small taste of it here and there. If you have a den chief, the den chief is a prime example of being a great example of being a role model that can show these as well. Use them. Health and fitness. Committed to keeping our minds and bodies fit. Seems relatively simple. It sometimes is a lot harder in real life. Now, we all hear thousands and thousands of things about diet this, diet that, don't eat this food, do eat this food, exercise X amount of minutes, etc., etc. Ooh. As adults, we all realize we need to do it. As adults, we also realize that we don't always do what we should do for the right thing. That we have a full day at work and like, I just do not feel like it. But you need to make the time. And when you're doing Cub Scout activities, look for ways to include health and fitness in the meeting. Even if that's not the primary goal, try to find a way. Whether it be a game, a running game, something out there that's going to help them see fitness as something fun. Boys naturally want to do that. Now, health and fitness can be pointed to the boys like, if you are healthy and fit, you are more likely to be able to help others. If you are, able to do, more chores. Let's say that your group is, out there doing a cleanup for a neighbor. Being healthy and fit allows you to be out there and actually work hard, feel good about what you've done, and at the very end look back and see all that you've done for your community. My oldest son distributed mulch with his Boy Scout troop last weekend, 4,200 bags. It was very, very, very intimidating. And my son, about 1 o'clock, calls me, borrows himself from one of the leaders, Dad, I'm so tired, come pick me up. Are you done? No. Then no. It's one of these things where we need to encourage them to try, to push themselves, within safety limits, of course, but to try and show what they can really do. They'll so quickly go, that's all I can do. Really? That you've done your best? You've left everything on the field? You can't do any more? Give them an opportunity. Look for ways to teach them that being a good, healthy citizen will make all the difference. All right. Here's the bad caveat. I resemble this remark. The boys are looking at you. Yes, they look at you and watch everything you do. Now, does that mean that you need to be a triathlete? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means you need to be healthy.
Are you tougher than a Boy Scout?
That's right, you're tougher than a Boy Scout. If you go out and you're on a camping trip and you are eating food that's absolutely horrible for you, what example are you giving? Okay, it may not be your favorite food, but try to eat a little healthier. Set a good model. And maybe it'll actually stick, and you might actually become a little healthier yourself. It's crazy talk, I know. But they are watching what you do. Fun with a purpose. Active fun. Okay? Here's the key right here. Here's what I want to strive right here. You're encouraging boys to do their best, not be the best. And I'll be saying this again later because this is important. This is a hard one for boys to understand. If I say do your best, their mind immediately says, well, I gotta do better than everybody else. No, that is not what I'm talking about. The key is, have you done the best that you can do within what you have? Your body, your spirit, your character. Have you done the best you can do? I'm not talking whether this guy right over here can run twice as fast as you. Did you run the fastest you could? Yeah. Then that's all I can ask. I can never ask more than your best. And that's the key. Not the best, your best. And it's like a pocket knife. If you don't keep a pocket knife shape, when I was a boy, I cut this into this finger off. Then the doctor, he sewed it back on, he says, you know what? You're lucky. This finger right here would not be saved had that not been a really sharp knife. I used to keep that thing razor sharp. To the point you look at it too much, it would cut you. And they sew it on. It really means that. When you have a dull pocket knife, when you are carving something like that, it does not cut well. You end up putting too much pressure on it. You bring yourself on, and you end up cutting yourself on the leg. Remember that in whittling? Whittling chip when you're teaching that? Keep yourself under control. Your body's the same way. It needs to be physically fit, where you're not pushing yourself to injury. Teaching the boys this is important too. Asking questions. Okay, character connections. Remember, these are leading questions. These are not yes or no, they can just grunt answer. You know, what does it mean to be healthy? What do you think you should be eating to be healthy? You know, how do you feel? How do you feel when you've had a full day of running around all day? You feel, oh, we feel tired. Yeah, but do you feel good? Yeah, you feel pretty awesome. You know, you may be laying there like, oh gosh, I'm so tired, but it's a good tired. And it's a great sleep. And these kind of things, and the boys will talk to you about this. It's prime the pump. Because they are setting the mold for their life right now. Whether if they are not interested in being, very exercise-centric, I can guarantee they're not going to all of a sudden one morning wake up and go, you know what I need to do? I need to be exercising a lot more. Because I do that all the time. I should exercise a lot more. And then I go to work, I eat horrible food, and then I come home, and then I don't do anything. They're setting the pattern right now. Get them involved. It's across every rank. There are fitness components in every rank. Don't think that scouting is a book-based program. We use handbooks, but it's not because we're sitting there reading books constantly. It is about doing. Cub Scouts have a 5-minute attention span. If you're standing there talking to them, 5 minutes, that's all you got. Before you better start doing something, because if you don't start doing something, you have lost them. Looking over here, looking over there, I'm not touching you, something of that sort. But you need to get moving every 5 minutes. Exercise. All right, so if 3 boys are standing talking, okay, they're doing something. Okay? They're walking, they're on their way to do something. They've got a plan. 3 boys just don't go walk somewhere without a plan. You know what we should do? I don't know. What we should do? We should go over there and see if we can pick up that tree. Okay, let's go pick up that tree. Yeah, it's on the ground. I bet we can sharpen it. And they're making a plan. They don't just walk for the heck of walking. That's what adults do. So adults go, I'm just going to go for a walk. Boys never go just for a walk. They have a plan. If they're running, they've done something. And they're running from what they've done. Okay? I'd like to take credit for that. That's Bud Bennett that said that. And it's true. It's so very true. Boys are very action-oriented. So, remember, once again, we have do your best, but the key here is the verb do. It's an action. It's not just be your best. We don't say the motto is be your best. It's do your best. That has an action behind it. That's going out and doing things. And that's what the boys have signed up for, and that's what the parents expect from the Cub Scout program. All right, so what do boys need? Besides baths every other day or something like that, before they sing it. No. Love, accepted, noticed, praised. The boys are looking for attention. Absolutely they are. That's what these first ones are. But then we get down to about midway. They need to release energy too, because they're little nuclear reactors that need to be able to release energy on occasion, or else they do go supernova, and all of a sudden you've got a kid that's destructive and like, what just happened here? It's because you didn't allow them to release their energy in a semi-constructive way. Even if it's destructive on being outside and, hey, they're going to go dig a ditch or dig a hole, that's fine. Let them go do it. Are they hurting anything? When I was in 4th grade, I dug a hole and actually hit a water pipe and knocked all the water out in the neighborhood. Then I covered it back up and patted it right down and walked away. Okay, that was probably the bad hole. But it's okay in the fact that I was doing something. We want your boys to be out doing something. Express themselves, experiment, okay? But they need to be doing things. They need to constantly be doing things, okay? But you do need to be aware of their physical limitations. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay? But what's the primary reason? Well, they need have fun. It's still fun. They want to have fun. That's what they want. They don't want to go, you know what, Mr. Kale, we need to learn something today. What? I actually would have to sit down if a little boy walked up and goes, aren't you going to teach us something today? Sure. That sounds great. Nor it's like, the first thing that they ask me at PAC meetings, DIN meetings, everything is, what game are we going to play today? That's the first thing they ask. It's not, oh, you know, I would love for you to teach us the proper way to pack a backpack for a 5-mile hike. Yeah, right. We're talking 6 through 10, 11-year-olds. They want to have fun. All right, so, but there's a key here. You got to be aware of limitations. Not because you need to limit the boy, but because you need to manage your program to where you are not making a boy feel excluded. Never ever feel that you need to limit the boy. The boy will push himself and show you amazing things. He'll drive down to his character and himself, and he will show you things that will marvel. But you need to understand, there are physical limitations, there are emotional, there are learning disabilities. There are tons of things going on now in with boys. Okay? Part of it is just, some of the time it's just a misunderstanding of that boy just needs a different approach, a different way of talking to him, or a different instruction style. Maybe he needs more direction or less direction. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with him. No, that means every boy is an individual, just like every one of you is an individual, and we need to be aware of that. You need to be aware and know about your boys. You need to make sure that they're doing their best, and you're giving them the opportunity to do it. You're providing them a program to where it's a wide open field, they can explore for themselves, discover who they are, and find that there is something amazing about them, and they can take themselves to the next level. That's what you want to do. Okay? So, here's the key. You will know your boys after a meeting or two. Very quickly. Very quickly. You're going to go, oh, I need to watch that one now. I've always... No, it's not because that boy is a disruption. It's because you haven't figured out exactly what that boy needs and what his interests are. Okay? You need to understand these things. Having conversations with all your parents is important. I recommend that you take time to talk to your parent. Hey, can you tell me 2 things that are really unique about your son? I'm not asking to know special handling of your son. I'm asking, give me 2 unique things. The parent is going to tell you what they think you need to know and what's going to make the program fun for their son. Take these things. If it ends up that along the way you find that you do have a boy that is, that just for some reason, like for instance, can't keep his hands to himself and is constantly interrupting or, on some, then you work with that in a positive manner, including the parents, because it is a family program. And you are not a disciplinarian. You are a facilitator. Okay? Listen to your boys. Your boys are going to tell you whether they're having fun or not, whether they feel challenged or not, or whether they're discouraged or not. It's going to be on their face. It's going to be in their posture. It's going to be in their voice. Look for these things. Let me go back to just a second here. These 4 boys up here. One of them is my son. This is Goshen, off of Viewing Rock, I guess it is. Okay? It's a really long hike, and truthfully, I thought I was going to lose 2 adults on the hike. One of them being about me, because I felt I was going to have a heart attack about midway. The boys, however, they're doing fine, going along the way. My son right here, Robert has Apert syndrome. All his fingers are man-made. His limitation is what he wants to set on himself. He and the boys made it to the top, and as a team, look what we did. Don't limit the boy. All right, let's apply EDGE to this. EDGE, explain, demonstrate, guide, enable, okay? We should always be talking about health, diet, the right thing about our bodies and what we should be doing. The right thoughts. If a conversation in one of your dens goes the wrong direction, you should redirect it. Is this what you should be talking about? Would your mom and dad think this is the right thing? Why do this is probably something that is not considered nice. Maybe you should talk to your mom and dad about that. You need to provide them some direction there. But you're sort of helping them there. You personally need to also model that by your conversation, the way you act, what you're eating, your fitness level. Mentally, morally, physically. You gotta give them choices for activities. Help them realize, we could do this or this. This has more of a physical guide to it, or maybe we're going to go camping. Okay, boys, you guys want to, what do we want to fix for a meal? Well, we want this and this. Well, you think that's the most healthy thing for you? I mean, ultimately, the boys could eat pretty much anything for one meal. They're not going to die. It's not going to make the difference. But you're trying to teach little baby steps of life. And then finally, you're going to enable. Let them choose. Let them help set up and organize a field day. Something that has to do with the competitive spirit, because they all have it, but it also allows for everyone to be enabled and to also be inclusive. Okay. How about physical fitness and songs? You guys ever think about that? Think of all the Cub Scout songs that you sing that have you doing crazy arm motions or up and down, out of the chairs. And as an adult, you sing them, you're like, man! And you're dying. I can't tell you the number of ones that I'm doing at Cub Scout, campfire. and I'm singing and I'm trying to do the motions and I am like about to die to the point of after that point, I'm supposed to do something after that song, but I need a break for a second. So I've got to look for a way. Yeah, now Mr. Shaker's going to say something. Okay, that's an indication that I really probably should worry about it. It's a great way. The boys are up, they're active, they're getting physical fitness out of it. Now, is it going to make the difference between a beastie or not? No, but it teaches them to get up and have fun, to get moving around, plus it burns that energy. Okay? Examples. How about Joe, the button factory? You guys know that? Hi, my name is Joe. You guys know that one, right? Yeah, you push with the right hand, push with the left hand, eventually the button, eventually your tongue. Kids love that one. Baby shark? Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do. Parents will hate you for that one, because the kids will go and they'll sing it forever. We came from the beach a couple weeks ago and my kids were singing it in our back seat. My wife just looked at me, I blame you. And I'm like, well, yeah, you should blame me. I taught them the song. How about the head, shoulders, knees, and toes? Man, if you're not panting after that one, especially at the very end when you're going as fast as you can, bingo. That's simple. You know these. Familiar tunes, familiar words. If the boys know the words of the tune, they're going to jump right in, and you'll probably get the parents involved too. Okay? How about this one? I never even heard of this song. Blues Bugle. Use it as a resource. Father Abraham. Now I remember that song because we sang it in Vacation Bible School all the time. But now they added Lord Baden Powell words to it. It's very cool. You know, and once again, with the right arm in, left arm, it's you're in there moving around. Lots of energy. Good stuff. Okay, what else can you do? Okay, games. Everybody knows games. Kickball, soccer, football, baseball, flag football. There's tons of games. Just be safe, use the right gear. That's the key. Use the right gear and make sure you know the field you're going to be playing on. Don't anyone twist in and act like that. Bicycle rodeo, where the boys are learning to be on their bicycle, keep under control, learn the rules of the road, signs of the road, be able to go through obstacle courses, these kind of things. You ever done one of those? My Eagle project back in 1982 was a bicycle rodeo. It's a great thing. Kite flying. That doesn't sound like physical fitness. Are you outside? Are you running to get your kite up? Everything outside when you're not just sitting watching the boob tube or playing with your iPad or whatever is a great thing. Service projects, camping, you bet. How about the inch hike? We go for a hike and collect as many things as you can for that's 1 inch long. That's really cool. There are little things that for the kids are like, this is more my size. And they collect 1 million of them and put them in their pockets. And then when they get home, the parents are like, what have you been doing? Because they've got pockets full of junk that they don't take out and they go through the wash. Great. Trekking and trailing. This is a good one too. One group goes forward and leaves a trail. The other one tracks along. Here's one I want to try because I really want to see what this ends up happening to us. A penny hike. You go for a while, you flip a coin, it tells you to go left or right. The key here is go somewhere you've been before so you can find yourself your way back. There's nothing more embarrassing than going, okay guys, let's get a deal. Let's just flip that coin again. Okay, let's keep going. Don't recognize this at all. These are fun things to do. Have you done your summer planning? Yes. Hope so. It's April. Hope so. Summer is 2 months away. You should be getting out the schedules out to your folks. Remember, this is the perfect time to do outdoor activities. Whether it be sports related, whether it be, going to a summer camp. All these kind of things are outdoor related, physical fitness. And they're also important to go along with your National Summertime Pack Award. You need to have one activity per month in the month of June, July, and August. Our pack does 3 per month to make sure the boys have a chance to meet each one. And there are also things that are usually easily canned. We're going to go to the local Idly pool. There are lifeguards there, not my responsibility. And we just show up. Life's good. That's a scouting event. Yes. It's a good one. Use those kind of things. How about the Scout Strong Challenge? I talked about this last year. Anybody working on the Scout Strong Challenge? Anybody? Anybody remember the Presidential Fitness Award? When you were a kid? Chances are that your gym grade was associated to that award. Was yours that way? Because I remember struggling and sweating the whole sit up and pull up one from to get, because I had A's going on. My parents were like, you better get an A in gym. And I'm struggling to get 62 sit ups in a minute. And I remember the stomach feeling like it was about to explode. Yeah, it was great. Good times. They have partnered with the Boy Scouts. Boy Scouts are serious about being fit. We're an outdoor organization. People know us for camping and hiking, not for lumbering along and oh-dee-do. We're supposed to be fit. Plus, it's good for us. It's good for life. So this is part of the program. It's for all ages, all groups. Adults, kids, from Cub Scouters all the way up. Okay? The object is to be active. It's not that hard. 30 minutes a day for adults, 60 minutes a day for kids under 18. 5 days a week, 6 out of 8 weeks. Okay? And there are literally over 100 activities you can choose from that are approved for this thing. Some of them I was like, what? It is incredible. Walking, running, aerobics, gardening. Gardening. Gardening is a physical fitness activity. Obviously, I'm not doing it right. But it is outside. Plus, you're getting dirty. The boys would love that part. So, it's mud involved. But get them involved. And it's got a patch. Scouting is all about the bling. You got a patch. Great opportunity. How do you get started? You just start doing your activities. You go online and pull the activity log. It's that simple. It's not that hard. How about the Cub Scout Outdoor Activity Award? We've talked about this several years in a row too. Have you seen an increase in your packs for this award? I've seen an increase in my pack fourfold. Because as soon as one or two boys has that patch on his shirt, and one boy's like, what's that one? They're interested. The hard part about this one, the only thing that trips people up is that requirement right there. You have to attend a Cub Scout camp or a Weeblo camp. It can be either a resident or a day camp. Twilight camp, yes, does count. Okay? Why do we want boys that go to camp? Because they're more likely to stay with Scouting. And it's also where their best memories are going to be created. My best memories of Scouting, almost all of them, without exception, are summer camp related activities. Whether they be campfires, whether they be just fun, or whether they be, boys in the woods up to no good. These are the memories I have of being, in summer camp. It's a good thing. For a Cub Scout to earn this, there are other requirements that you're easily doing in your program. They're easy. You're more than likely already doing. But it's that one right there. So bring this award out. Hey guys, you want this? You want this? You gotta go to summer camp. Come on. That's what the bling's there for. Encourage the parents. They want their kids to have fun activities and good memories too. Summer camp's the way to go. Belt loops. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of fitness-related belt loops. Some of them are really obvious. Nutrition. Okay, now if you go to your Cub Scout and say, you know what we're going to learn today? Nutrition belt loop. They're going to look at you like, I don't want to be here anymore. This sounds like school. And they're pretty much right. So this one you got to sneak them in. This is like putting sugar on the medicine, and this one is one of those you got to sneak by them. Okay? But kickball, hiking, dozens of others. All those, every single one of those is a fitness belt loop. Most boys, if they're doing fitness, if they're actually doing fitness things, don't have enough waist for all those belt loops. Isn't it cool once they fill it all up and then you're like, well, you don't need more belt loops anymore. They almost need a second belt. There's tons of them. Physical fitness, right there it is, right there in the middle, big as day. Weeblo activity pens? Yeah. Scouting is very serious about fitness. We want these boys to be healthy for life. We want their lives to be very long. We want their character to impact the world for as long as possible. Journey to Excellence. You guys reviewed the 2013 requirements? It's April. About a third of the way through. Time to review it is not in October. Time to review it is actually now. There is a fitness section. It was added last year. And when I saw that, I'm like, ooh, that's one we're not going to get. It's so easy as an adult going, oh my gosh, if we're going to do a fitness one, that means I have to do a fitness one, which means I have to do this. And I don't like doing this, and I hate running, and I don't want... It's so easy to get in your own head about this. Think of the fun. It doesn't mean that you have to go for a long jog every day. It's not what it's talking about. It wants you to have a pack and den meeting where have activities including physical fitness components. Games, talking about good food, when you go camping, trying to put together menus that make sense as far as from a health point of view. Hey, there's that Scout Strong program. Remember? 6 to 8 weeks. You got 6 out of 8 weeks. 60 minutes a day for the boys. 30 minutes a day for you. There it is. That's bronze. All of a sudden, that's a check mark. Remember, you have to get 11 out of 14 of your items have to have at least bronze level. There's one of them. Go on. Well, maybe we'll go do it in group fitness. Hey, and make it a competition, because that'll really make the boys want to do it. Maybe not the adults, but the boys will love it. Provide competition. Now, that doesn't mean a competition where, you are better than you. This is a competition where the boys get to push themselves a little harder, to excel. Competition is okay as long as competition is not the end goal. If competition is the vehicle that allows them to add a little more energy to it, that's okay. As long as everyone remembers that it's not about whether you win or lose. It's truly is how you play the game. I'm also going to be posting on the Goose Creek Roundtable. This was a presentation that I gave at University of Scouting about Cub Scouting outdoors. Getting outdoors is the key to fitness. Could you do fitness all inside? Sure, you could. Will the boys like it? No, they won't. Because they want to be outside. They want to enjoy the outside. They want to scream. They want to be loud. They don't want to worry about breaking something. They don't want someone constantly going, okay guys, we need to stay in this room here. We can't do that. They want to roam. And if you were in a big field and they ran way out there and you said, come on back. And you said, okay, now run over there. And they run over there and, now come back, now run over there. You can make a whole den meeting out of that. They really would. They'd love it. Especially if you could make it a game with a purpose, like a little competition to it. So I'm going to post this as well. I videotaped that particular program, so it'll be available. Please share it to anyone you want. All right. So how about more activity? Who here, does any pack here competed in the Cubmobile last year? Good. It is Pinewood Derby for boys to ride in. It's a lot like soapbox, except they're actually driving with your feet. These guys are here. You're on this ramp. That's about 5.5 feet tall. You go down. It's not really fast, but it is fun. And the boys are steering with their feet and having a great time. It's something that is so out of the ordinary for them. It's amazing. Each pack they can make one car and then have multiple dens compete. You don't have to make a different car for every den, but you do have to have at least 3 boys to make a team. The district runs this. It's a great opportunity to come out and enjoy without having to be the one that creates everything. Alan, is the one that actually has done all the hard work. As a matter of fact, there's his name right there. Send him information if you want to go. He's the guy to contact. Good time, Alan. Soda Rocket Derby? You guys have all done that, right? It's in June. Guess what? It's a summertime event. For my pack, it's one of my summertime events. The district's already running it. You should go launch rockets, and then you get a check mark for June. They launch them. My pack does water rockets in May, too, so they've already done it once. Like, we want to do that again. And there you go. And you go to a district event. It's a great time. Camping. There's actually a camping this weekend at Snyder. I'm probably too late to sign up for that one, but there's another one coming up May 10th through 12th. It's a family camping event. Being outside, activities, fun, camping skills, crafts, games, academics, sports belt loops, all these things are being run by other people. That's the best part. You're just there to shepherd them from one space to the next. That's great. Don't stress yourself out. Use the programs that are already there. Our own Twilight Day Camp and Twilight Camp. Hi, Rumsey.
Great time, isn't it?
It's like I scripted this.
I know.
Rumsey is the program director for Day Camp and Twilight Camp. It's like I did this.
Absolutely.
One of the best camps. It's one of these that if the boys want to shoot, our camps are the best for that. Twilight, I take my boys there every time. Right after dinner, I come home from work, change to shorts, and we go, and they have a great time from about 6:30 until it's so dark we can barely see them on our way back to the car. It's a great time. They're outside the whole time. Great activities. Note, however, the registration fees down there. April 16th is coming up fast, and all of a sudden the price goes up. Don't just throw money on the ground if you don't need to. Register early.
and it's conveniently located right here
That's
at
right.
Mormon
It's
Park.
actually about a mile, mile and a half from this very spot.
Absolutely.
Can't beat that. There's also Camp Snyder. Absolutely. There's resident camps there. There's also day camps. Obviously, they have pools there and such, but these are great opportunities. This is a Weeblos group there. It's for all ages. Day camp. Yep. Tigers and Weeblos. There are tons of opportunities at camps. There's no excuse for not having one. You know, whether it be here in Mormon Park for ours with twilight, daylight, day camp, whether you go to Camp Snyder, or whether you go to Goshen. If you have Weeblo 1s or 2s, this is where you want to go with them. This is a Boy Scout camp. This is them getting ready to move to Boy Scouts. This is the true adventure. This is where you want your Weeblos to go. Encourage them to get there. They'll have a great time. It's not a little boy camp. It's a big boy camp. All right, so we are about as far away right now from scouting for food as you can be in the year. Right? Well, thank goodness, because there aren't any people that need food right now. There are always people in need in our county. For that matter, in our community. This church is one of the locations that does backpack buddies. Almost every single elementary, middle school, and high school in this county does backpack buddies. Look for ways to help others. Collect food. Collect money. Collect coats. Blankets. Do a bicycle rodeo for and raise money that way. Take the boys to the grocery store to actually understand what shopping for food really looks like. Talk to the grocery store before you go. See if maybe they want to discount things that they're going to let you buy, to let you donate to, whether it be Interfaith Relief, whether it be the Backpack Buddies, to whether it's something. Find ways to teach the boys to be responsible and to help other people at all times. That's what we do. The proudest moments I have with my Cub Scout pack is when I hear one of my boys say, "Let me help you. I'm a Cub Scout." That's what we do. And they actually will say that because they've heard me say it constantly. That's what we do. We do the right thing because we're Cub Scouts. Teach them, give them opportunities. They will do amazing things. Their hearts are huge and they're looking for ways to help. Find ways. Partner with your charter organization. What's their favorite way of helping the community? You should be living a close relationship with them anyway. This is a great opportunity. The knots have changed, but the reason's still the same. Why? To recognize the leaders for their hard work. It's the same reason you give a bling to a boy, it's for their work and their accomplishments. Make a big deal, even if the adult doesn't wear their knots. Who cares? Get them the knot, bring them up front, and tell them, be specific of what they mean to your unit. Their son will eat it up, and it's also teaching the boys that it's important to always say thank you. It's like when your mom taught you to write thank you notes. I don't want to write thank you notes. I wish I didn't get any presents. Really, it's important to be able to tell people thank you very much. That's what you're teaching them. You need to do that as well. The knots of the way. They're very easy. They're simple little one-page sheets. You should hopefully have one person in your pack that's taking care of it. Hopefully a pack trainer. But if it's not a pack trainer, have somebody. Maybe that should be you. Maybe it should be a parent that doesn't have a job. That's who it should be. A parent that doesn't have a job. And let them keep up with it. And then they turn it into the district executive. And that's it. You can get your knot. It's that simple. With badge. All right, so we got a full course. Yes, we do, because it starts in 48 hours. And if I had more people join now, I would have to kill myself. I've been working with participants and waiting lists forever in the last couple of weeks. No mas. But the fall course, the registration for that will open June 1st. I recommend everyone should go. Don't make it one of these, well, I haven't been in scouting long enough. That's not the important part. Do you have the energy to learn? Do you have the enthusiasm? Do you want to learn more about the program? Do you want to learn more about yourself? Do you want to learn about tools and how you can employ as far as proper, good quality, good communication, feedback, conflict resolution, all these things that we use every day in every way? That's what badge. It's not the master's PhD program that, you can only go to if you've done everything else. Be fully trained in your position and sign up and have a great time. It is a mountaintop experience. And it's October 10th. Write it down. Put the flag on your calendar, because it's just like everything else in life. Well, it's not a convenient time. It's never a convenient time. Pick a spot. Lock it down.
Give yourself.
That's right. It's a lot like having kids. It's never the right time to have kids. But sometimes you do. All right. Stop, start, and continue. Have you guys started using that with your units? Good. You should be using it at the very least with your adults. Whether it be your program group, your Cub Master, Den leaders and such, or with your committee, or with both. I used to use it with my boys. Well, not the Tigers. They just never got it. But when we got to Bears and such, we started talking about stop, start, and continue. What should we start doing? What did you like about this? And they'll tell you what they should, we should stop. Not so much on the start part, but they'd tell you what we should stop. For me, the parking lot over here is the way to give me a stop, start, and continue. It tells me what we want. I saw there's a card there, a request for more breakouts. You bet. We can do those. I just need to know what you want, and we do it. You're my customer. That's how I tell what we got to do. Any questions you have, pop in there. I love people coming and ask me questions, but if it's anything more than I can answer right this moment, chances are I will have a senior moment and I will lose a lot of the details as soon as I walk out the door, because I have a billion other things going on. But if I have a card there, I can take care of it and make sure we get the information for you and get it to you in a timely manner. If you have something your unit's doing, it lets me know what's going on too. And I can actually take that and put it on our Facebook page or get it to the right people so they can publicize it. That's the place to be. Upcoming? Cubmobile, May 4th. It's not that far away. It's less than a month. Program launch. What is program launch? Anybody know? Anybody come to program launch? Wow, that was encouraging. Wow, energetic. I can't hold it back. Program launch is an opportunity for all of the district's committees and subcommittees to present, this is what we do. This is why we're here. This is how we can help you. Help you, help me, help you, help. This is how we can help you. Whether it be, the camping, advancement, or the era, all these groups have, it's almost like a convention. You come in here and you see, what's the district doing? It also gives you an opportunity to see different faces go, oh, you're the person I should see for this. It gives you that point of contact. It's a great opportunity to come in and see what's going on. Don't skip next month just because there's no roundtable. The program launch takes the place of May's roundtable. It's a great opportunity to come in, gather collateral, and then take it back out to your units and say, this is coming up, the district does this. We didn't even know they were doing this. We should probably try this one. That's it. All right. 2 months ago. 2 months ago, I'm just laying on the couch, watching TV. My youngest son, who's 4, comes up and boom, 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 plays the drum on my belly. I look over at him and he goes, Dad, I wish I had a big belly like yours that would make a big, deep drum like that. And I looked at him, and he's a cutie, and I'm like looking at him like, he didn't mean it. He didn't mean anything bad by it. He's just saying something. He honestly would like to be able to make a big, deep drum noise with his own belly. But oh my gosh, what does this say about me that I have this big belly when I'm laying down on the couch? I didn't think about it anymore. Okay, that was bad. I felt bad about myself. Went on. Maybe less than a week later, my middle son does something similar. Now I have 2 data points. And I'm wondering if they're actually being set up by my wife to tell me this. If it's possible. But both of them are doing exactly what kids do. They're being honest. They're coming up. They were playing with Daddy. And, they just so happen to be right there. Now, what is that teaching me? It's teaching me that they are always watching what I'm doing as a father, just like they're always watching what you guys are doing as Cub Scout leaders. Do I need to work on my fitness? You better believe it. I went to my for the physical for this upcoming wood badge, and Doc goes, oh, what's your weight now? I'd rather not say. Well, we could go stay on the scale. Matter of fact, we should do that. I'd rather not do that. We did it anyway. She goes, well, that's not too bad. And she pulls out and goes, wait a minute. over the last 7 years, you picked up 20 pounds. I'm like, well, that's only 3 pounds a year. She goes, okay. So you want to be 30 pounds heavier in 10 years? Well, not really. That's where you're going. All these things add up to us being physically fit. We're teaching the boys about themselves, their moral compass, their character, their physical fitness. Make sure you look in the mirror too. My goal is to fix it. But as they always say, it takes 21 days to make a habit. Just because I decide tomorrow, hey, I'm going to go do this, and I do it for 3 days, and then all of a sudden something distracts me, hey, look, show me out there. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Make it a purpose. Facebook. We're still putting tons and tons of things out there. It is wide open. We do monitor it for appropriateness, but it's wide open. If there's something that your unit wants to publicize, put it up there. If there's something you hear is happening in our community, maybe it's not your unit, but something that's happening in your community, like Purcellville's having a soapbox derby coming up, put it on there. Great opportunities for us to see how they can put this into their program. Maybe you've tried something that didn't work very well. That's a good war story to put on there too. Well, we tried this and that was bad. Don't you want to save another Cub Scout, leader the heartache from trying it? Or at least maybe the lessons learned of, ooh, maybe we should try a slightly different way of doing this. Use it. It's a great opportunity to communicate to others. We want to do face-to-face, but it's not always possible sometimes. Use it. Like I said, program launch. Now, I think this is hilarious that Priscilla handed me this. There's a fundraiser night for the NCAC's Boy Scouts of America. Guess where it's being held at? Romano's Macaroni Grill. That's right, Macaroni Grill. You see all that pasta? It looks beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's good. Go, enjoy, fundraise. Don't eat a whole lot. We just talked about fitness and health. Come on, seriously. Don't eat a bowl this size? That's just bad. No, it's a great opportunity. May 15, 2013. 15% of all proceeds are going to be donated to the NCAC. Not too shabby. So, I'm sure there's more flyers about this. Also, join Scouting Night. You're going, gosh, that's in the fall. Why are we talking about that now? Can we not get a break? It's that, and it's popcorn, and it's Friends of Scouting, and can we have a break? No, you can't. Cub Scout membership is flagging. I'm not sure exactly why, but it is. There are tons of things for boys to do, but we all know and we all committed to the fact that scouting is important. It teaches character. So there are going to be several training events in case your unit's going to do a spring joint scouting night. My pack does a water rocket launch, and we say invite at least one boy who's not a Cub Scout to come with him, and they'll build a rocket. They'll launch rockets. Then they'll go home and mom, that was awesome! And then you've got a Cub Scout. Okay? It's that easy. Encourage the recruiter strip. Encourage the boys to talk to their friends. Have them come to your meetings. Even if they don't sign up, that's okay. Have them start coming to meetings, and then eventually they're hooked because you're putting on a fun program, right? That's all it takes. Fun program. All right, so that is it. That is April. Crazy as it may seem, next month is May and then school is out. Don't let summer planning go by, and don't let getting signed up for summer camps catch you up. Thank you so much. If you can put the chairs up, that'd be great. Thank you.
I have an idea.